Why has the government prioritised its military campaign over securing the release of the remaining hostages?
So I think we don't see a contradiction between the two. We want to see all the hostages back, and there's still over 130 hostages held by Hamas in Gaza, and we're very fearful of what's happening to them after the different reports of Hamas brutality and after hearing from the hostages who were returned last week during the pause. So we are most concerned about them. But Hamas is not going to release hostages because it's suddenly become a humanitarian organization. Hamas is a brutal, fanatical organization, and it's clear that they're only going to release more hostages, and we hope they do, when there is pressure on them, military pressure. That's what happened last time when they finally agreed to release hostages, and we think that can happen in the future as we beef up the military pressure on Hamas. We, I think, expedite the chance of a further release of hostages.
So, look, the reality is, though, the resumption of fighting has been a huge blow to the families of those remaining in captivity. We saw tensions break out during this War Cabinet meeting, and even those hostages who have been released say they are dismayed at the government's action. Why is Prime Minister Netanyahu playing roulette with their lives, as they say?
So there are obviously many families of hostages, and you hear a whole series of different views. All of them deserve our support. All of them deserve to be hugged. I mean, they are going through living hell. Having a loved one held by Hamas in Gaza, I don't think there can be anything worse. But once again, we believe, and this was shown last week to be a strategy that works. You hit Hamas hard, and Hamas is desperate then for a timeout, for a respite from the Israeli onslaught, and then you get a hostage release. Once these people, Hamas, we saw the horrific violence they're capable of. Well, we see how they fight this war with none whatsoever qualms about breaking all the laws of civilized human behavior, breaking humanitarian laws, breaking the laws of war. Just taking hostages themselves is a crime against humanity. And yet they do all this. They will only release hostages if they're under pressure, and that's what we're doing at the moment, applying that pressure.